Yeah, sometimes in life there might be things that are negative, but everything does happen for a reason. And
Welcome everyone to another episode of Outside the Grind. This time we have the legendary Spoodah. Thank you so much for joining me today, man. How are you feeling this afternoon?
I'm doing pretty well. It is the afternoon for most people, but as we know, I tend to sleep in pretty hard, so this is the morning for me. So we're getting up bright and early for me, 3 p.m. Very early morning for me.
Dude,
But friend Hootie,
so,
when your friend Hootie hits you up, you gotta
oh
say yes
man,
to it.
I,
So
I really do
I'm
appreciate
definitely
making some
rocking
time.
with it.
So funny
Yeah,
because I'm the total opposite. Um I love getting up early. The morning is just so peaceful. There's so little going on. There's so few distractions. And I don't know. I just feel so much more productive in the morning, even if I'm not doing anything. If I just wake up early, it makes me feel good. So I like getting up early. And I woke up, I had some friends. We were playing pickleball yesterday morning. It was Saturday
that
morning.
is cool, dude. I
Yeah,
love that. I want to get into that so bad. I'm
dude,
jealous,
pickleball.
man. That
We'll
is
come back to this because
cool.
we can talk about pickleball for a minute. But what I was gonna say is I had to get up. So I'm taking care of my parents' pets this week. They're at the lake. I had to get up at like 6 so I could get all that done because we're gonna play at 8:30. And I get up at 6 and I'm just like rattling off or like thinking about people who I was going to extend invitations to. And you were
Right.
one, so I look at you on Discord and you're streaming at 6 a.m. I'm like, what the heck, dude?
Dude, okay, so that was the day I was playing the Lethamyr progressive thing,
Yeah,
and in that map, I'm trying to like get the world record on it because there's like a money pot or whatever. So I ended up streaming like 6.5 hours that day. I was
bro.
on like maniac mode for sure, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
damn, I
woke
do
up
stream for a
early. I got
minute.
crusties in the eyes and I'm giggling because Spoodah's still up streaming.
Dude, I think I talked to you about this at LAN, but I will be awake at like 6 or 6:30, and I'll see you tweet something, and then when I
Yeah.
see that tweet, I'm like, damn, I really gotta go to bed.
Yeah.
Like
We're so
every
opposite, but there's
time.
like a 30-minute window where we might cross paths early in the morning.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, and I look at the timeline, I'm like, damn, I'm up pretty late today.
Yeah. I think you
I
said
gotta
something
bed.
like, that was like your like alert, like, okay, I'm probably up too long. I need to go to bed here soon.
Hmm. I start seeing stuff on my feeds or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah, that's the cutoff where I feel like I should be going to bed, but I'm just not, and it
So
is what it
funny.
is. Waking up early is good though. You feel like way more productive. I
Dude.
notice too when I wake up early, there's so much more time in the day. Like I actually do stuff. Like I might like open Premiere Pro for the first time in a month. Like I might go ham. You never know. You
Yeah.
might go sicko mode on something. But yeah, dude, I
So
like
funny.
waking up early. It's just hard to like discipline yourself to do that, but it's definitely like super beneficial for sure. I think it's more beneficial to wake up earlier than later,
Yeah.
obviously, but
Man,
yeah, I do.
I feel like it's one of those things that it's like over romanticized. I definitely like it, but I think there are some people that just aren't morning people. They get a lot done in the dead of night and they say the same stuff that I say about the morning, right? Like they'll say it's peaceful, no distractions, this and that. So I don't really think there's like a right or wrong way. As long as I will say, like it is probably best to get like at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep, like a good amount. But I feel like when you get you just got to cater it to your lifestyle because everybody's got different things going on. So um,
No, yeah, for sure. You can still definitely be productive. It's just like how you use the time. Like you can
yeah.
still probably wake up at 3 p.m. or something, and you can still be productive for the day. I mean, it's not. I mean, you still get the same amount of time awake as maybe
Yeah,
like
that's right.
like someone who wakes up early. You have to like you know how to utilize your time better and just like
Which
focus on stuff. And
eternal
yeah, I feel
struggle.
like when you wake up later, I tend to get a lot more lazier. But when you wake up early, it's like, all right, we're gonna get down to business, bro. We're gonna do pickleball. We're gonna go to the
Yeah.
parents' house. We're gonna do everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So I was talking about pickleball. Have you ever played before?
I haven't played pickleball, but I am like I'm trying to do that. Sounds really fun. I've been
Dude.
trying to do like disc golf and stuff lately, and
Yeah.
like ball golf, but like pickleball would be pickleball would be crazy fun. Like I can't even imagine how fun that is. That sounds so sick.
It's super cool. So when I was in school, in college, I went through it's an education degree, but it was like, there's like math, English, science, and so each depending on your specific field, there's different like specialty classes, I guess I would say.
Right.
Everybody has like the
Right.
education stuff, but then so I was PE because you know I like just running around and take kind of
No,
let's be
that's
honest, I
cool.
want to take
I'm
the
with
easy
that. I'm
road.
a supporter. That's what's up. I
Man,
think
here's the
PE
thing.
is
I
cool.
found out that once you get an education degree, no matter the subject, you could test into other subjects. So I was like, well, like I'm just gonna do PE because that's
Yeah,
cake.
because
And
then if you
then
wanted to branch out, you
yeah,
totally
and
could
I
if you
did.
wanted to.
And then
Yeah, that's a
like
smart idea.
as soon as I finished up, I went ahead and got certified in math as well. So it's like,
Nah, that's smart, man.
yeah, I
Yeah,
was like,
that's
I'm just
crazy.
gonna,
That's
I'm just
cool.
gonna. The thing was, I had a little bit of scholarship money, and I didn't want to lose it, like going real hard in math or something like that. So, anyways, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
totally feel that.
I was introduced to pickleball in college, but we just like hit it around a couple times. They teach you the rules of it, and that's it. So I never really played, but me and my buddies, we've been playing recently. The local park has like refinished the tennis, like the racket courts, tennis and pickleball. And
That's
man, we've been
sweet.
going like
Yeah.
Wednesday and Saturday and just balling out. It's so much fun. And man, the thing is like it's a lot less like small tennis and a lot more like life-size ping pong. So you don't it's not so much about athleticism. It's not so much about like running back and forth and moving. It's all about like this paddle angle and like quick handwork. And so there's these old dudes and they are freaking ballers. They are
Yeah,
so
they're the
good.
best that you've ever seen. Yeah, even though
Yeah.
they're so old, they're still limber and they can like they're so athletic, dude. You're like, damn, what's going on here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just whooping us. It's funny because we're all
Yeah.
learning and we're just so frustrated because these 60-year-old dudes out there just clowning on us. But
Oh, dude, yeah, but it looks so fun. Like I remember I
mhm.
watched David Dobrik's video one time, and he entered like a tournament for it, and there's like a whole bracket and everything, and I think there's like a prize pool or something. It was like he went to like some event, it was like a pro pickleball event or something, and ever since then I was like, damn, this looks pretty good. I
It's
think it
fun.
was him, and then this other guy, Danny Duncan, I watched on YouTube.
Yeah.
He did like pickleball for a little bit, and I was like, dude, this is like the best sport ever. I mean, it
Mhm.
doesn't really require because I feel like tennis, you have to like use a lot of cardio. I know
Agreed.
I've seen your Twitter. I know you're good with cardio. I'm not too good with cardio right now, so I probably wouldn't like tennis as much. But pickleball would be like
Yeah,
it just seems like a lot easier not having to
totally
run
agree.
around as much.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
the barrier for
so much
entry is
fun.
way lower on pickleball. So,
100%. Yeah,
but that's
that
why
does
these
look cool.
that's why it's such a cool thing to do because you can like, I'm sitting here talking about these older guys that you can do it so late into life and it is good exercise, it's a way to move around and have some fun. So,
It's just like
um
golf too. You get started
yeah,
really
yeah,
young, and then you could
exactly.
just let it. You could like progress as the sport progresses. Like
Mhm.
I was watching golf yesterday, and there's people that were like 50 years old, and they won the Masters tournament like 2002 or
Yeah,
something,
that's
like a long time
crazy.
ago, and they're still like at the top of the chain with what they're doing. I think that's cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like pickleball is definitely like that too, for sure.
So, you talk about disc golf. What are some other just like activities or things that you like to do um that'll get your body moving?
Lately I've been hitting the gym, which has been really
Yeah.
good. I found it to be like pretty hard to stay consistent, honestly. Like
Yeah.
I went before COVID, and right when COVID hit, I just like none of the gyms were open, so I just
Yeah.
couldn't do anything. Like I bought resistance bands, but they weren't like the same at all.
Yeah.
And I've been going on and off for like a little bit ever since COVID like started, like dying down a bit and things started opening up. And it wasn't until like 3 weeks ago, I graduated college like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I have all this free time all of a sudden. And I was like, dude, I mean, I'd sit in my bed and I just chill. And I was like, I'm not being productive right now. I feel like I should be way more productive than what I'm doing. So I started going to the gym like 3 weeks ago. And I'll go like 6 days a week or something. Like I'll go 3 days on, like I'll take a day off. I do like chest try, like back by, and I'm definitely one. I definitely need to gain more weight, so I've been
Sure.
bulking. I've been getting my In-N-Out meals and
Yeah.
the Chick-fil-A
There you
meals and
go.
all that stuff. So been trying to eat a little better too. But right now it's the gym basically, and I'll go to play basketball sometimes too. Nothing
Yeah.
serious. I'll go like I used to play pickup basketball at my LA Fitness. That's where I go to the gym, and yeah, I'd go play like pickup games with them there. But I haven't
Yeah.
done that a bit because I usually go at night, so it's usually just like free reign and there's nobody in the basketball court at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
So I'll just go shoot hoops for like 30 minutes. I'll put on like a I don't know, like a certain playlist, just like indie music or whatever. I'll just shoot for a bit, and it's
Mm,
so relaxing, man. It's
dude,
so good.
could not
It's so
agree more.
nice.
That's so
Yeah.
I it's a good habit to establish and it's a good thing that you're pursuing it so soon cuz like you just finished school, what are you 22, 23?
23. Yeah, I turn 24 next month. God,
Oh gosh,
that's
watch
so
out now.
crazy to say.
Watch out.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
um once you start getting into the later 20s, pretty much from here forward, like that metabolism is not going to speed up. You know what I mean? It's going to,
Yeah.
you know, you're a slender guy. I
Yeah.
imagine that you've probably always been that way.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and so
100%.
I was the same way. Um, the body just did that. It didn't really matter what I ate. It was just so effective at burning calories and whatnot.
Oh,
So I
100%, bro. You could eat
didn't,
whatever. I could eat whatever I
yeah, you
wanted.
didn't have
It's
to
just,
worry about it.
it
But
goes how it comes in, comes out.
as you get a little older, the body is not as efficient and you will need to start moving. So it's good that you're doing that. And I always
Yeah.
had no issues with it during the summer. Like you said, I've been posting those running pics. I like to run. It just, I mean, it's hard. And I don't feel like just elation while I'm running, but there's a sense of pride in the sense that like I made myself go outside and do something that was difficult. You know what I mean? And it just felt good. So I never had any problems with it. But then when winter came, I would just like hibernate because I didn't want to run when it's cold. So this
Yeah, I
last
don't blame you. I
winter,
don't think anybody does.
dude,
If
it
it's
sucks.
true.
I hate breathing when it's
Yeah.
cold. It's like, it just hurts. But this
Yeah,
last
no, I get it.
winter, I did exactly what you were talking about. Like, I got a gym membership at the local recreation center, and I was doing the same thing, shooting basketball 20, 30 minutes, and that was just kind of my cardio. And, bro, when I started, like, my arm was just sore from just shooting the basketball. I was like, dude, this is not good. Like,
No,
you
I
got to
felt the same
move.
way. It's like your triceps, your
Yeah.
biceps. You're like, damn, why does that hurt? It's like so
Yeah.
weird. Because it's
Oh,
not used to
man.
it's not used to moving it,
I
and it's
know.
just
I
like your
know.
body's like, dude, what are you doing? What's
Uh,
going on, bro? And it just adjusts. But yeah, for sure, I think that's a good idea. The recreation center, and I think running too. The fact that how much you've ran, I've seen that, and I just like I don't even think I could run a mile right now without like tapping out. Like
yeah.
it's crazy how like impressive that is, and I'll see it
Dude,
all the
thank you.
time. Like, damn, this dude is moving, dude. That's really good.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man. I
that's
appreciate it.
sick.
I have when I really fell in love with it. So like I said, I've run some in the past, but it's never been something that's like grabbed me like this. But this most recent time, like when it started warming up, I let my gym membership expire. I just bought 6 months. I didn't want to go a full year, so I
Yeah, I
started
don't.
running.
Yeah,
And dude, I just fell in love with like trying to go a little bit further, trying to go a little bit further, trying to get my time lower, And I think it just kind of scratched that competitive itch that I no longer have like organized sports to be involved with, and so I'm competing against myself, but it's just like progress and feeling yourself get better. So I have really started to enjoy it, but I took off too hot with it, where I was running too frequently and too far, and so I started having some knee problems, and I had to
oh
like
yeah,
just
for
peel back
sure.
for like almost a full month and just walk and slow it down. So I learned a lesson pretty early on there, where like you gotta take it slow, especially I'm 30, so we're getting up there, and you got to
Yeah.
stretch. You got to be careful because the body,
Gotta
it's just
drink water,
different.
gotta eat our fruits, gotta do it all.
It's just different, dude.
That's
Like
it.
when you're young and you're just like, you're outside playing kickball at recess, or like you're playing pickleball after school, or you're in, 3 or 4 different sports or whatever. Like it just doesn't even cross your mind because you're just so active,
Yeah, it
and
doesn't even matter at that point. But when you
it
get
doesn't
older,
matter.
you tend to not be as active,
That's
and then
right.
it's just like, whoa, dude. Like when
And
you
and the
actually
thing
do
is,
it,
like
actually
in
realize
my
that.
brain, like I'm still me, and it doesn't register that I'm not moving a ton every single day and my body's not used to it. So like when I had my knee issue, I got really frustrated. I was like, why am I having these problems? And it's like, well, you idiot. You went from not moving at all to running a whole bunch and your body's not used to it.
Yeah, no, I totally get it, bro. I mean, that's like when I went back to the gym too. You get like super sore, and I
Yeah.
feel like if you like I had to go like really really light when I went back to the
Mhm.
gym because you can like my arms even I do like back and bicep and my shoulders would get sore and it was just like what like it's so random but like I guess it like everything you gotta like ease into it for sure
Yeah.
and make sure you like I mean I should definitely stretch before and
Mhm.
do all that stuff and
Stretching.
I try to drink a lot of water.
That's
I know
good.
too when you run I don't know like if you have like breathing techniques too but that's another thing too like when I go to the gym I try to like really like inhale, like really like
Yeah.
exaggerate it, and then kind of like hold it, and then I'll like push for the
Yeah.
exhale and stuff. So I don't know if you have to do like breathing techniques when you run,
No, I
but
probably
that's
should pay
definitely
more
something to
attention to
use.
it, but like these things that you're talking about, these like just small details, I guess, it's not like when you say exercise, people think about the lifting, they think about the running. They don't think about the preparation or even like the cool down, like you're talking about, water
Oh,
and stretching.
100%.
That stuff's, man, crazy important and probably makes way bigger of a difference than we realize too.
Yeah, I
Well,
think so too. I mean, I'm just starting to get into it, so I'm by
yeah,
no means an expert on
no,
anything.
same.
I'm trying to like get into it. So I mean, I'm just learning as we go. And then
Hmm.
Twitch chat has some advice for me and be like, all right, I'll try that out or something. And I'll be like, okay, let's just do that. And my friends go to the gym too. They'll give me advice on like
Yeah.
what to eat and like what like things to do when I go to the gym. So I'll take advice here and there and
Yeah.
trying to like formulate my own little plans. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's definitely working out. But it's good to be active. It's definitely good.
Absolutely.
Makes you feel
So
good.
what like I said, you mentioned disc golf, you mentioned the gym. Is there anything else that you like to do as far as just like physical activity stuff?
Not at the moment really. I'm getting focused to move. As you can see, there's like tons of Home
Oh,
Depot
okay.
boxes back there.
Yeah.
So I haven't really like been able to like do much outside of the gym and disc golf right now.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks, I live in Southern California and there's so much like buildings and stuff. There's not a lot of like free open land. So
Gotcha.
near me within like 30, 40 minutes, there's only two disc golf courses and they're pretty mediocre to be honest.
Oh
But the
no.
ones where I'm moving up to, there's like 20 within a 10-mile radius and they're huge and pretty, got tons of trees.
Yeah.
So disc golf will definitely be something I pursue like
Yeah.
definitely later on. But yeah, it's pretty much all I can think of right now that I
Are
do.
you are you moving
Yeah.
somewhere else in California?
No, I'm going to Oregon. I'm
Oh.
moving near Portland with my girlfriend, so
Oh,
in like a month or so. So that'll be
okay.
really cool. I'm looking forward to it. It
That's
definitely
really
be something
exciting.
new because I know Oregon is definitely different than California, but I think it'll be something that's good for me, and I think it'll only benefit me in the
Yeah,
long
there
run.
probably will
So.
be a lot more um things to do as far as like outdoor stuff. I feel like isn't Oregon like isn't there a bunch of trails and hiking and biking and stuff like that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I have my own trek bike too, so I figured I
Oh,
could
you
go on like a
ready?
biking trip. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm built for it. But
Let's
yeah, I'm
go.
definitely ready. I think it'll be fun for
That's so
sure. So
exciting.
right now I'm just kind of chilling out.
Yeah.
I used to go skimboarding too now that I think
Okay.
about it, but I
Yeah.
haven't done that in a while. I had like my own personal skimboard and I went with my friends like every day over the course of
Oh
this one
man.
summer, but I haven't done that in a while. So it's something I did want to do, but not this summer, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
That's
used
super
to do
cool.
that a long time ago.
So let's dive into that. You mentioned it very lightly there, moving to Oregon with your girlfriend. That's a huge step. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I mean, so I moved out of my mom's house like right when I turned 18. Like I moved into my own place. Me and two other buddies I went to college with. I didn't really get along with my mom to put it like in a short way. So to make it like easier for me and it's kind of like a big leap and it was really scary, but it's
Yeah.
something I feel like I needed to do. So I moved out with my two buddies and we got a 3-bedroom apartment, 2 bathroom and I had like no money. I think I had like $10 in my savings account. And we just moved. I was living off like ramen and mac and cheese and stuff. So we were doing that for a
Yeah.
bit, and I was going to work, school, and then doing streaming on the side and stuff. And I think at that point it like really taught me like how important it is to, like put money away and like save and stuff. So my girlfriend's never moved out. She's been living with her parents. So I think it's good that like I've had all this experience, so we're able to
Yeah.
like land that apartment, and then we'll like be able to kind of shape the way we spend money or
Yeah.
something like that. It'll be like a little bit easier and like how to pay. Like in school, they don't teach you how to like pay a bill or pay like a like a utility bill or anything like that.
Yeah.
I wish it would be cool if there's a class for something like that. So when you go into the real world, they're like, damn, like I know how to do that. Like someone taught me how to do that, but um, yeah, I think it'll be like definitely like a different transition because it's a whole different environment.
Yeah.
I mean, I know where everything is here. I don't have the GPS. Like I know where all the stores I go
Yeah.
to are. So it'll definitely be a little bit like a awkward phase. But I think it'll be good. And definitely what you said earlier, there's a lot of stuff to do outside.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trails, a lot of disc golf, a lot of basketball courts and stuff like that. So I definitely think it'll be a change for the better. But it definitely will be like something to dive into for sure.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good. I'm really excited for it.
There'll probably be some stress that comes along with it. I imagine, like, even if you're moving, like, locally, I feel like moving just in general is so rough. But like you said, there's probably gonna be a lot to explore, to discover, and once you kind of get everything set as far as like utilities and everything, because I feel like that just always sucks trying to get that stuff squared away. But once you do,
Yeah.
and you're able to just go out there and explore and enjoy, your new space with your girl, man, that's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you. Yeah, it'll be cool for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
So,
Yeah.
talk to me a little bit about you and your girlfriend. What's her name? How did y'all meet, etc. Let me hear about this story.
All right. So, my girlfriend and I got together June 27th, 2020.
Yeah.
or 2020. It's been 3 years. I think it's 2020. Yeah, she'd probably yell at me for getting that wrong if I actually did. But yes, man. So basically, like I going to streaming. I started streaming in like probably like September 2016. I've been streaming for like 7 years, I think, like a really
Yeah.
long time. And over the pandemic, I used to play with Scissors a lot. Like, yeah, so me and him would game it quite a bit, and
Yeah.
it was pretty fun for a while. And one day, for some odd reason, I was playing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. I used to stream like over the COVID. Dude, I stream like 10 to 12 hours a day. We would watch disc golf. We'd watch this guy called Steve MRE. He would do like MRE reviews. So I do
Yeah.
like Rocket League for 4 hours. We'd watch this dude Steve do an MRE review while I had Tyson chicken strips and bell peppers for dinner. And then we'd go into whatever, whatever was next. So we
Yeah.
did that. And yeah, one night at like 4 a.m., Scissors raided me. And Sammy, who's what my girlfriend, Sammy, she was actually in Scissors chat while he raided me,
Yeah.
and I guess she was like, "Dang, okay, this guy's pretty cool. I like this guy a lot," or something, basically. And,
Yeah.
yeah, she started DMing me on Twitter, and then we DM back and forth, and then yeah, we played some pool games on iMessage, and yeah, I basically got to this point. But I'm really grateful. She helps me with a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be close to where I was today without her. But yeah, I'm very grateful she came through. So Twitch chat is the best dating app.
Twitch chat. Oh, that's so funny. Dude,
Yeah,
you know what's
it's
crazy?
it's
Is
pretty cool.
actually like I know that's a meme, but it's like in this online world, that kind of stuff really is pretty common.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how common that. Yeah, it is
And
definitely. It is
I'm
definitely.
remembering like Athena Rizzo, and I'm here. What I'm doing right now is just these conversations I've had just here.
Yeah,
Cat Jeans, Nito.
yeah,
You know, you got like Widow Mitts. We haven't talked here, but I mean, it's
yeah.
very common.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, dude. Everyone has their own unique story, and it's
Yeah.
cool,
Oh,
and
yes.
it's good that we're born in today's like day and age. Because if we were born like in a later or earlier
Hmm.
time, we probably wouldn't be able to. Because like how like technology was back then, but now
Yeah.
technology is so geared. I mean, you could hop on Discord and watch Netflix in a matter of like 3 minutes if you wanted to, or something,
Yeah.
and fall asleep on a call or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone, it's good that technology is definitely like
We're
geared
so
for that.
connected, right? Like
So.
it breaks down a lot of barriers where, I mean, you may not have ever met her, like you said, if things weren't like they are now. I mean, streaming, prior to like 2010, wasn't even a thing. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely.
it's crazy.
It,
It's absolutely wild, especially when you look at like how drastically it's changed so many people's lives. I mean, marriage, that's
oh,
crazy,
yeah, no, I know. Yeah, definitely. There's over the internet.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely hard too because we do long distance. I mean, she lives in
Yeah.
Oregon, we live in California, so
Not for
I feel
long.
like it's yeah, no facts, I'm so excited. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely like you have to be good at communication and stuff.
Hmm.
It is definitely hard to get to that point, but
Yeah.
it teaches you a lot. And I feel like
Yeah.
if you can handle being apart like that, then you can definitely handle, being
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
through all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely is crazy though this day and age for sure. It's
Hmm.
definitely cool.
Okay, man, that's so cool. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. Super excited for you. That's gonna be so much fun.
Thank you,
Um,
man. I'm
oh
excited
yeah,
too. Thank you.
oh yeah.
Appreciate you.
So, what are some other interests that you have outside of gaming in general? Are you big into like movies, shows, anime, anything like that?
Oh yeah, so over the past like year and a half or so, I've been into anime. I'm wearing a like a Naruto shirt right now. I don't know if I can show it, but
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
if
I
you saw
see.
that, but it's a Naruto shirt. But yeah, I've been getting into anime. I bought a Crunchyroll account because everyone in I'd stream or like with my friends or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, dude, the One Piece or something."
Yeah,
I'm not watching One Piece, but I was like, "Okay, what we're getting into right now?" And so I started watching a lot of anime lately. But the one thing lately I've been getting into is like Formula One and sim racing. I
oh,
never thought
okay.
I'd get into that, but I bought a wheel and pedals because I wanted to play Forza Horizon 4 on my live stream one time.
Yeah,
And I was like, damn, this is pretty cool. I like this. So in my living room right now, I have a little like sim racer set up, and
yeah,
it's like a little table basically. and it's got a wheel and I got some pedals, so I'll sit out there with my little gamer chair and go. Yeah, I'll just go.
That's
Um,
sick.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
So
good.
I have never really consumed media. Like when I was younger, I didn't really care. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say never, but it wasn't something that I like regularly sat down for. You know, a lot of people have memories of like cartoons on Saturday mornings or whatever. I didn't ever really care for a show, I also didn't really have the patience for movies. I was
Me
very
either. I'm
active.
the
I
same
just
way
like
as
to
you.
go and
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, same.
But as I got older into college, my friends introduced me to anime, and now that's like pretty much all I watch outside of Rocket League stuff, a little bit of YouTube and Twitch just to kind of keep up with the space. But yeah, man, anime is sick. I mean,
Oh, I agree,
I was
dude.
so
I think so
hesitant,
too.
like they had to coax me into it and like continue to press and press and press, and I finally caved. And like the first show that I watched, I was just like, oh, this is sick.
No, exactly. I feel the same way, dude. I think what was the first anime you watched? Mine was Sword Art,
Dude, I think the
and it
first
was in like a long time ago.
I think it was Death Note, I think is what they had me watch.
Oh, I need to watch that, dude.
Death Note's
Damn, I gotta
good.
watch that real bad,
Yeah.
man.
That's a relatively short one too, so um
Yeah.
that's a
I've
good
seen a
one.
couple episodes. I just need to finish it, but that one is definitely that's on my radar. I have like a little list of stuff.
Do you?
That one's like on the watch ASAP list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta watch that ASAP. That's really good.
What are some that you've watched so far, or maybe like what's your top two that you've seen?
Okay, so I'm trying to think. I've watched all of Shippuden. Shippuden is wonderful. I
So
definitely
good.
like that.
Mhm.
I like a Kame ga Kill. That one is good too.
Oh yeah.
Pretty brutal, but that one's good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I watched a little bit of Attack on Titan. That one wasn't my favorite, but I can see the appeal to it. I definitely
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's just not like one of my top two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I've
Okay.
watched quite a few. I'm watching Demon Slayer right now. I was actually watching it last night. I'm on season 3 now, and it's getting really good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The
I'm
the
definitely gonna
visuals
try and finish
and
that.
animation in that show is crazy. So
Dude,
pretty.
season 3 is just it's already insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like the amount of
Yeah.
it looks like real life. I mean, this dude in the first episode had like all these bottles on a table. It looked like real life, dude. I was like, damn, did they do this in real life? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? It's crazy, dude.
Hey,
It's wild.
it's a lot of fun. I feel like a broken record because I talk about it all the time, but it's just so fun that like these shows, the only limitations is just their imagination, right? Like they can give them powers, they can give them crazy scenarios and situations, and it's just so much fun to dive into that universe. And I can't like I know that some people are just never going to like it, and that's totally okay. Um, but
Definitely.
I would encourage people to give it a try because I was one of those people that thought I would never like it, and kind of like made fun of it even.
Me
And
too. I did that
and dude,
too.
like it's literally all I watch now.
Yeah.
I had finished up, so I watched One Piece and I was caught up, and then I really hate waiting week to week. I just want to
Oh, I do
binge.
too. I
I
do
hate it
too.
so
Yeah.
much, especially because you know how they do. They get to the climax, they get to the peak, and they're like, to be continued. You're just like,
Oh
dude,
yeah, I'll show you
I
next week.
freaking
You're
hate
like,
that.
bro, I hate it. Yeah, me too. God damn, I hate
So
that.
I got really frustrated, and then I was like, okay, well, I don't want to sit and wait, so I'm gonna rewatch. So I rewatched One Piece, which obviously was like a big commitment, but that's why I did it because I knew it would take me like a while to get back through it, and I was skipping through some of the pieces that were boring or slow or that I didn't really care to watch again.
Yeah.
Um, but I just recently caught up again, and so now I've got you know quite a bit of space to watch other shows. And man, a lot of the stuff that's out is only one season, two seasons, and I'm just freaking zooming through shows left and
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I do that too, dude. Yeah, for sure. That's the cool thing I feel about anime too. It's pretty rewatchable. Like I've
Yeah,
watched Sword
totally
Art
agree.
Online all the way through like 3 or 4 times now and something. I feel like I could watch it again all the way through. Like it's just that good. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like a different thing. But yeah, I was definitely one of the people that made fun of it too. I also hate waiting week to week. So even Blue Lock that just came out, I didn't watch it till it was done. Like I
Yeah.
wasn't trying to like oh, come on next week, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so frustrating.
put my hand in the fist at the mark, like, come on, one more. It's just like it's not working. But yeah, I agree with everything you said too. As
That's funny.
definitely think people should give it a shot if they don't.
Um,
That's not their then yeah,
yeah,
but they should
yeah,
at
it's
least
totally
give it a
fine.
shot.
Are you into any like movies or like a series or shows or anything like that?
I don't really like I haven't really watched too many TV shows or movies. I was just like you, like when I
Yeah.
was younger, I didn't really like all these people like, dude, how have you not watched like every single time I'll be with my friends and we'll be at like a thing or something. And then one of them was like, Logan, so have you ever watched Batman? Have you ever watched Spider-Man? Like, nope, never watched any of that. Like, dude, yeah.
Yeah, they're
Like
all
all
mad
that
at you.
stuff. Yeah, they're like, dude. I'm like, just the other day, the guy asked me if I watched Star Wars. I'm like, nope, never seen
Nope.
that before. And all the people, it's like you told them that their dog died. It's just
They're
like they're
offended.
now,
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, dude,
They're
what?
mad.
Yeah, I was like, nah, but right now I'm watching Suits with my girlfriend. It's a
Yeah.
Netflix show. That one's really good. It's like about lawyers basically. It's pretty good. And
Yeah.
then yeah, I don't watch movies at all, like ever. But my
Yeah.
favorite movie of all time is Napoleon Dynamite. So I
Oh,
thought I'd
okay. I can
thought
see
I'd
that.
share that in the
Yeah.
yeah, I'd share that on the podcast for
That's so
sure.
funny. What
Yeah.
about music?
Oh, dude, we could have a whole segment on music. Oh my God, I love music, dude. Yeah, I honestly, I music kind of like saved me because I was going through a rough patch when I was like just moving out and stuff. It was like a really hard time for me when I was 18ish. So music, especially like SoundCloud and Spotify, like I made my own playlists on there, kind of like with, I used to listen to Little Peep a little bit. I don't do that. I don't listen to them anymore. I
Yeah.
deleted like a playlist when I started to feel better. I was like, okay, we can move like do some other genres and stuff. But it really was like my pillow, my cushion at the time when I was
Mm.
kind of going through it. So I will always love music for that. Um, but yeah, lately I've been listening to a lot of indie music, a lot
Yeah.
of like just like rock or I honestly like every genre. And what I'll do is I'll listen to it like really hardcore, and then I'll
Yeah.
go and switch to another genre that I haven't listened to in a while. So I'll listen to like lo-fi for a bit, and then I'm like, all right, this is getting kind of old. Then we'll go, all right, we're gonna listen to indie for a bit. All right, it's getting kind of all right. So I do like little cycles or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I listened to a lot of music. I think last year I had like 160,000 or something, which I feel like is good.
That's a
I
lot.
always I always want to, it's like a little competition with myself. It's
You
like
got
you
one
and
up.
running. I gotta like one up myself. Like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta go. Stop.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I love music. I'll forever love music. I want to
Yeah.
start collecting vinyls when I get my new place too.
Oh,
But
yes, dude.
yeah, I
So
want to
I
get into
got
that.
last Christmas, my family got me a record player, and I started to. It gets expensive, so I haven't bought a
Oh,
ton.
yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to collect as well. I feel like, and I think collect is the right word because it's like it's inconvenient to play it. You know what I mean? Like your phone, you pull it out, it's a Bluetooth speaker, boom. Or like if you have a Google Nest or whatever they're called or Alexa, you literally
Yeah,
just
for
ask it to
sure.
start playing. Whereas like
Yeah.
a vinyl is like this whole process and setup. But I think that's what makes it
Yeah.
fun. And
Yeah.
and like I said, the collection is what's really important. But yeah, I got a couple. You know what's fun is like running around to thrift stores and seeing if you can find because I found some really cool albums for like $2.
Yeah. And people are like, what is this? And then to you, it's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
and you just pick it up. You're like, damn, that's it.
yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I totally feel that.
Um,
Yeah.
okay, so music. I'm a big fan of music as well. I probably don't listen to it as much as you do, but music it's super special. It's just a really cool thing. I think it's very special, and it probably varies from person to person. But like seeing a painting or a picture or some form of graphic, some art like that, like a visual thing, I can recognize it's cool or pretty or it looks unique, but it doesn't like it doesn't evoke emotion. There are songs that like I'll be crying. I hear it, I'm just like I feel such strong emotion. And then um like a song that meant a lot to you at a certain time, whether you're sad or happy or whatever, you listen to it again and you feel, dude, music is like very powerful.
Very moving too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Then you'll hear a good song that you like from a while, and then you'll get chills down your arms and your legs. You're
Yes.
like, all right, this could be an add to the playlist and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very powerful. I don't know who invented it, but shout out to
Yeah,
them.
shout
They're
out.
pretty they're pretty lit or something.
That's funny.
Yeah, but music's good. Music will forever be. I have a little spot in my life, so
Yeah.
love it.
So you said you didn't really watch shows or anything growing up. Did you play some games? Did you like to go outside and do stuff outside? What was the childhood like for you?
Yeah, for sure. So, I really like to play sports, honestly, like
Mm-hmm.
most of my life. So I think I tried playing basketball, and I am 6'5",
Yeah, you're
so
tall.
I feel like I should excel at basketball, but we did not excel at basketball. That was not something we excelled in. So just put that to the side. But I
Yeah.
do play it now. It is fun. I'm still not good, but I still play it. It's still
Yeah.
pretty good. But yeah, I played basketball. I played soccer for a bit. My mom never let me do football. I feel like I would get pummeled if I did football. It probably would not be a good
Yeah.
idea,
Us
so I
us
didn't
skinny
do
guys,
that.
we struggle. We struggle. You probably the thing is you probably would have been a great like receiver. Like a
Maybe,
taller, long arms
yeah.
and stuff.
But then when I get tackled, it's not
Yeah, it
fun.
hurts. Yeah.
I get destroyed. But yeah, I really found my passion with baseball, and that's the thing
Mm,
that like I really like. I focus on it. Like I'd play little league and stuff, and we do like little league baseball and stuff. But
yeah.
I'd have like maybe like soccer on the side. Like we had like AYSO, I think it was called, or something like that. And I would do both of those. But baseball was kind of like my passion. I kind of moved through. And hold on, I got a quick little sip. Okay, so back into it. I played baseball, and yeah, I played it in high school too. So I played like pretty much my whole life, and I was a pitcher. I really like pitching. I still to this day I think baseball is pretty boring. Honestly, like
Oh yeah.
I don't like watching it.
Agreed.
I think it's good because they recently they made it so that the pitch clock is a thing, so the
Yeah.
games move faster, which could be cooler. But I still don't want to watch
Yeah.
baseball, honestly.
Totally agree.
That's funny that I say that because I watch golf and I really like watching golf,
That
but
is
I
funny.
don't want to watch baseball. I'm like, okay, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the channel for it. I mean, Peacock has golf, but I don't know like what else has baseball. I guess I'll have to look that up after the
Yeah.
podcast for sure. Look it up.
Are you
But
right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed,
Okay.
right-handed, yeah. And it would be cool to be lefty though. I feel like there's not a
That's what
lot
I
of
was gonna say.
lefty pitchers.
Lefty
That's like a
pitcher, as
commodity.
like as long as like your arms and stuff are as well.
Would have been a force to be reckoned with for sure
That's
if I
right.
was lefty. But yeah, I played baseball through high school. I did freshman year, sophomore year, and then junior year. I pitched so much, and I always had ibuprofens in my baseball bag because you know when you pitch a lot, it's this tendon right here that like always hurts, and you're
Yeah.
like, damn. And like I remember constantly having to ice this muscle, and I'd
Yeah.
have to go on like runs and stuff, and really, I remember my pitcher would go, exaggerate that throwing arm, Luke. And I'd be
Yeah.
like running around the poles and stuff, and yeah, eventually, I took like a little break from baseball. I played baseball like every day for a while, but I took a break and I ended up like tearing my rotator cuff pretty bad, and I went to the doctor and he was like, oh, so basically like it's gonna be like six to months to a year or something where you're not gonna be able to like pitch or whatever. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, dude. But it is a blessing in disguise that happened because that's how I had started playing. I got a computer like through that time. I started
Yeah.
playing Rocket League and stuff. So
Yeah.
I said I tore my rotator cuff like without a doubt, but
Mhm.
I'm more glad that I tore it than I didn't because it got me into, everything I'm doing now. But
Man.
yeah, baseball was my life, man. I loved it. That's how like I met all my friends. I was my friend group. Basically, we all hung out
Yeah.
after school. Oh yeah, I also played on my PS3 a lot. I got into gaming pretty early. I played on my game. I had a GameCube, a Game Boy, a Nintendo DS. I was like, I had all the Nintendo stuff. It would have been cool to play PlayStation stuff because my roommate, and my girlfriend, will talk about like Ratchet and Clank and stuff
Right.
and all those games. I'm like, damn, that does look fun, or Jack
Mhm.
and Daxter or something. But yeah, I've been into gaming pretty much my whole life, so that's been like a good little like subs or foundation around sports and stuff. But I definitely wanted to prioritize sports
Yeah.
and baseball and stuff because I do like to be more active than sitting in my chair for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude, I
definitely.
love how you framed that like a blessing in disguise. I think stuff like that is so important. And I've had some similar moments where I'll give a quick example. Um, so when I first graduated school, I graduated in the summer and I got an education degree. But by the time summer like classes end, you're almost rolling back into the school year and teachers have already been hired. So the only position I could get was a parapro, which is like it doesn't even require a teaching degree.
Yeah.
It makes a lot less. And I ended up loving it, so I stuck there. But after that first year, I was an aide to a PE teacher, and that PE teacher was a high school coach, and they had to relocate him to a different school because of time conflict, schedule conflict. And so the school district athletic director knew who I was because I was working and volunteering for the baseball team,
Yeah,
and
that's
basically just
cool.
told me, like, you're already doing that position now as an aide for the coach, and you're certified to do it. So, like, if you're interested, it's yours. Well, one of my college professors who has a master's degree and is like involved with freaking setting up the curriculum at the state level in Arkansas, like she's decorated, she got, she's
Damn, a
the real deal.
genius.
She
Yeah.
applies for the job. And it's like, well, you got to give it to her, right? And so
Oh, no way.
I know. So that happened, but like you said, it was something that, at the time it felt negative, but if I had gotten that teaching job, there's no way that I would have been able to convince myself to quit that job with that salary to pursue streaming and coaching and stuff when I originally left.
Yeah.
So, at that moment I was sad, but obviously in the future, similar to what you're talking about, it became something that I ended up grateful for. So I think that's such an important thing. And those types of lessons I feel like have been really helpful for me dealing with new negative situations because it allows me to have a little bit more of a
Your mic got muted for me, by the way, out though.
oh no, the mic's muted.
Oh, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Oh, my
Sorry, go,
back.
go,
Okay.
go. You're good, you're good.
Um, so what I was saying is, uh, those types of situations where it feels really bad in the moment, and experiencing that has helped me deal with new negative situations where, like, it's still gonna feel bad, obviously, but I recognize that, like, in the future, this might be something that I'm okay with, or maybe I'll even be glad that it happened this way. So I'm just not as down or upset about it, which is obviously good, instead of beating myself up. So I
Oh, no,
love that you said that, man.
100%,
That's
dude.
so cool. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, sometimes in life there might be things that are negative, but everything does happen for a reason. And
Hmm.
sometimes the negative stuff helps you, like, in the future, if there's another negative thing, you know how to deal with it better.
Yeah.
And it kind of like could set you up for something potential that has, is successful, like streaming and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, 100%,
So cool.
100%. That's awesome.
So you talked about Game Boy, Nintendo, some of these other things. What were some games that you played? I imagine Game Boy was pretty early on. Were you a Pokemon guy?
Oh, yeah, hardcore,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Hardcore, yeah. You know what's funny is I downloaded Pokemon Go like 2 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
I even played that today. So there's a Squirtle event going on, so I've been catching some Squirtles today. It's been good. Might hang out over at the local park and put a
Dude,
lure down
I
and
bet
catch some
Oregon,
Squirtles.
I bet when you go, I bet there's stuff everywhere where you can walk around and play
Dude,
Pokemon
I am,
Go.
bro. I'm about to be the max level within a week, dog. I'm finna be in the. I'm a camp it, dude.
That's
Straight
so
up.
funny.
But yeah, so I played like a lot of like Mario Kart and stuff like
Okay.
that, like all the like Nintendo-y games and stuff, like Mario Kart, Mario Super Bros or whatever the hell
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
called and
yeah,
stuff. But yeah, dude, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I was pretty much Nintendo until the PS3 came out. My stepdad had one, and I like basically like begged him to borrow it and stuff. But it ended up becoming mine through time because he didn't really use it.
yeah.
And I remember we'd play Black Ops 2 and we'd play against bots, and he'd go like 1-20. I'm like, damn, you suck, bro. Like, you just get this should be mine.
That's funny.
Yeah, so yeah, I basically played Nintendo games till like high school,
Yeah,
and then when high school I just played Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty a bunch, and that was a game I played with my friends mainly, and we'd all hop in like there was Skype back then, there wasn't
yeah.
Discord,
Right.
so we'd hop in a Skype call and I'd join on my phone. And I'd have one earbud on Skype, and then I'd have like the other headset on the game or something. So I'd
Yeah.
be like, there's a lot going on in the noggin for sure, but yeah, it was a little bit of multitasking, but
The
that was what I gamed.
the
Yeah.
woes of the early days of gaming.
Oh, I know, dude. It was crazy for sure. It was
That's
good.
so funny. It's cool now they got Discord integrated into like both console systems, I think.
Oh yeah, apparently I haven't tried it yet. I've been playing a lot on my PS5 recently, so I've been trying to figure out how to stream that to like Discord or whatever, like a PS5 game. But I
Yeah.
definitely got to do some research on
Yeah,
that and see
yeah.
if that's possible. It's
So you
cool.
said you began playing Rocket League. Did you say you tried it on PlayStation?
Oh no, so I got a computer when I tore my rotator cuff. It was
Yeah.
like senior year of high school or something. And oh dude, it like pains me to say this, but my friends started playing League of Legends and that's what I played. And oh my God, dude, that game is crazy. Like I think I have like 1,500 hours. I don't think I ever cracked past silver. Like I was awful at that game. But
That's
and I think my
funny.
friends were even worse, bro. They're like bronze one. Like we all sucked. The
Yeah.
thing is too, you'd play League of Legends, and then people in the game chat, like on your team, would be like, "Dude, you suck. Like, what are you doing?" It's like, "Dude, we're in silver. We all suck. Like, what are you talking about, bruh? Like, dude, like you expect me to be like LeBron James or something? Nah, dude, I ain't like that. Like, I'm just me, dude." But yeah, I got a computer to play League of Legends with my friends, and then eventually I wanted to play like a sports game, like a sports
Yeah.
like game, because of course like I played sports my whole life, so I wanted to like see if there's like maybe a baseball game to buy or something. Well, it turns out, dude, that it was like December of actually I think it was oh yeah, it was like November of 2015. I looked under sports games and their Rocket League was like at the top of new releases.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, we'll try this out. Well, basically, my computer didn't have the requirements to run it,
Oh
so I
no.
refunded Rocket League at that time.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks later, I bought it back and started playing it again. And I just think about it a lot, or sometimes I'll just be, I'll be thinking, I was like, dang, what if I didn't buy Rocket League back? Like,
Hmm.
what if I didn't buy it after I refunded it? It's just
So
crazy thing to think about.
was that season one?
Yeah, that was the very first season.
Wow.
Like
OG.
I've been playing since the very first time. I think I got the silver crown this first
That's so
season.
cool,
Yeah.
dude.
I've been playing that for a minute. Yeah, it's very
Um,
cool.
I
Definitely.
played I played in season two. Um, at the time, I didn't even have a console, but my friends showed it to me, and this was 2016. Um, my friends all had Xboxes, and they wanted to play, but nobody wanted to buy it. And so I was like, all right, look, I'll buy it, but like I'm gonna make my own profile. I'm not gonna buy it for one of you suckers. So um,
There you go. All the more power to you. Yeah,
yeah,
love
so
it.
I made a profile on their account or on their Xbox and bought it. And we're playing Chaos split screen, so like four little tiny boxes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The good old days.
That's where it's the most fun though, I
Dude, it
swear.
really
That's where you have
is.
the most fun
It
playing
really
is when
is.
it's like that. It's like a bad setup, but it's so fun.
But it freaking grabbed a hold of me like nothing has ever done before. I mean, it was crazy. So I've told this story a couple times on here, but I would go to different friends' houses when they had work shifts so I could go play on their Xbox before eventually I was like, look, I got to get my own console. Like I want to play more than the time is available. So
Yeah, I totally understand that for sure, but that's super cool. That's
yeah,
awesome. What the heck?
but
Well, it's cool too because you could like play it without having to drop the investment on an actual console. You could just
yeah,
be like, "Do I for sure like this game?" You're like, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
I love this game." You should
yeah,
buy it. That's cool though. Heck yeah. Yeah, my
yeah,
friends all play on Xbox still, and I don't play on Xbox, but I'm still able to play with them, which is cool. If I haven't played with them in a while, but if I ever did, I guess we could do like that cross-platform thing. But
yeah,
dude,
yeah. You
I
definitely
swear when
can.
you play with your friends and you're in person and you have like that four screens on the screen, dude, that's the
So
most
fun.
fun.
It
That's
was
more
when we were
fun
in
than
college,
anything.
and it was so me and two other buddies lived in a three bedroom, and our place was like the little like hangout pad. So we had a ping pong table in the garage, couches in there as well. We had three televisions in the living room. One was like
Oh,
the big one in the middle was like the N64, and it was always Super Smash Bros. And so any type of trash talking, any type of bet, anything that went down, that's how they resolved it.
you got settled in the ring,
That's right.
dude.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then one of them was typically like some sort of, you know, like a League of Legends tournament or an NFL game, or something was just on the television that we could watch, and then the other one would be like FIFA or NBA 2K or something. And
That is
so,
so cool.
dude,
That's so
it
yeah,
was the
you guys did have
spot.
the
It
hangout.
was so
Yeah,
much fun, man. We
that's
really enjoyed it.
sweet.
All right, so we talked a little bit about games, some of the stuff that you like to do. I do want to dive into just a little bit about this Rocket League career, and then we'll close things up here in a few minutes. But so you started playing in like 2015, and you eventually became like a very good player. I think you were, on the verge of going professional at certain points, and obviously you've had a long CRL career. So talk me through that journey as a Rocket League player.
Yeah, so I started playing in 2015, and then I used to play on my keyboard and mouse, which is
Oh, okay.
if those of you out there who have tried it probably should not play keyboard. It's probably better that you play a controller, unless there's this one exception called Too Fast, and maybe like another couple people. They are the exception. Do not play on a keyboard. Trust me, you should play on a controller. That's just my opinion. Is I'm pretty opinionated on that, but yeah, you should definitely try a controller. So I ended up getting a controller like 500 hours in or something. I
Yeah.
got Grand Champ on a keyboard. I remember like a
Okay.
long time ago.
That's
I'd
quick,
probably
dude. 500 hours?
yeah, but that was back then when everybody sucked too. Like
Yeah, I
everybody,
mean, that's fair, but still, that's pretty incredible.
yeah, that was cool for sure. It was like season 3. It was a long time ago. I remember how I felt when I got that. I screenshotted it. I think I like
Oh,
shared it
yeah.
showed it my friend. I'm like, dude, I'm getting good at this game and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, I'm grinding. I used to play like 10 to 12 hours a day, and I would like,
Sheesh.
yeah, I had like I forget what I was doing, but I was watching like a video for class on one monitor, and then I was just playing free play on the other one. That's how I really got good at Rocket League, was free play. I remember one time it was like a 2 week stretch where I had no internet. I literally just played free play, maybe like 80, 90 hours of free play.
Jeez.
I started to play again, and I think I ranked up like 3 times. So that's
Wow.
like I forget what that was, but regardless, it was
Yeah.
pretty good. Free play is definitely, I think, the best way to get better. But yeah, so I started playing competitively. I played in these things called Mock-It tournaments. They were like 1v1s in like 2016.
Yeah.
And you would play, dude, and it would be fun, but then you'd go up against this guy called K-Dop in the semifinals, and then he would poo on your forehead, and you're like, okay, this is not fun.
Yeah.
But it does teach you a lot for sure. I did those every Friday. I remember I was living with my grandma at the time, and yeah, I had my computer in the living room, and I would, I'd get to the semifinals. I'd run around. I'd be like, "Yo, I'm like, Grandma, I'm in like the semifinals or whatever." She's like, "Really? Can you show me the bracket?" And I'd show her and everything. That was pretty
That's cool.
cool. But yeah, there's a market tournaments. I used to play in Gfinities. They were like 2v2s, and it was like it was pretty fun. They were just like 2v2s. I think it was like a $60 prize pool, but they had like the best players like Squishy and Gimmick and stuff. I think they used to play in it. I don't know. Someone can go do some research. I don't know, not going to, but someone could, I guess. Yeah, what else did I do? I played in ESLs, and then after that, Six Mans came out, and then right when Six Mans came out, I got rank A like immediately, and then I held it, and I remember for a while, like right when it started, I used to watch my replays back, and I would have a little sticky note, and I'd put it at the bottom right of my monitor, and I'd write down like what I was doing wrong, basically, because I wanted to take this serious, like I really wanted
Yeah.
to try and like be as competitive as possible. So I'd watch my replays back. I'd write down like 3 things I was doing wrong. I think that's the biggest thing too, is holding accountability for yourself. Like
Yeah.
I don't think people should blame other people like all the time, because obviously like nobody is perfect. Like everyone makes mistakes every game. So I don't think it's good to like blame other people. I think it's good to just go with the flow, and then like just you control things that like you can control, and then like
Yeah.
say, hey, like I could be doing, like, he made a mistake here, but I could be doing this better and stuff, and you'll get way better if you have a mentality like that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I always try to hold accountability, and then by doing that, I remember in rank A, I was like top 3 consistently with First Killer and Rapid. Like First Killer was the only one above me, and then it was
Yeah.
like Shock too and all that stuff. But eventually that landed me on a good team, and then we tried out for RLRS. And I remember I was on the qual series to get in the
Oh,
RLRS, and we
man.
lost. And I was so
Ah,
nervous for it.
yeah.
I was so nervous. I was like shaking. I was like, dude, I'm actually doing it, and then we lost, and it was
And
whatever.
I want to
But
say this too, for anyone that doesn't know, RLRS was like the semi-pro league, and that qualification that he's talking about, it only happened once every 6 months. So
yeah.
like that was his one chance, and then he was just stuck outside the lead for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of
No,
pressure.
yeah, without a doubt. And I was just like, back then, I honestly, like, I'd get anxious and I'd be like, go away. But now I feel like I should, nowadays, when I get anxious, I feel like I should just hone it in and accept it, and not try
Yeah.
to make it go away and say, hey, like, this is completely normal to feel nervous. Like, let's just like embrace it and let's just keep going for it. But back then, it was definitely like, dude, go away. Come on, I gotta win.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I ended up getting, so through that qual, since we beat the number 2 seed. I remember we were like 17th seed. We beat the number 2 seed. It was like Rapid, Roldiz, and Shock or something, like a really good team, and we like
Yeah.
swept them in the lowers.
And who was your team?
After that, it was me, Pirates and Jetsing, which Jetsing is, I don't know if he plays anymore. I don't think he plays anymore, but
Yeah.
that it was a really chill team. Like we had a lot of fun. We made the original Peeps. So Peeps was like it after like we played in it,
Yeah.
and Pirates took it, and it eventually became Reddles, Mist, and Gyro. But we created the Peeps,
Yeah.
just so anybody knows. So yeah, I guess a little history for you. But yeah, I got rank X off of that like little qual, and then I stayed in rank X for a while. And then with being in rank X, I talked to like all the actual pros because they were like rank S, Q, and rank X, and then everything. So I was like, I made relationships with all these pros. Well, that landed me on some sub spots. So I had subbed for Allegiance in season 6, and then I subbed for Sonics in season 9, and then Ghosts in season 10. So by like I wasn't like, I don't know. I think part of me too, I just wanted to get a blue tag, so I wanted to see if anyone would
Yeah.
let me sub. Basically, just like, hey, do you have a sub? Like every team. And yeah, that's basically what I did. And then that was good too, that I didn't try to go competitive, because that also allowed me to like focus on streaming more.
Right.
That Allegiance team I landed in season 6, they ended up like getting me partnered on Twitch, which was really cool. I think I had like 3,000 followers at the time or something, so I wasn't hitting partner numbers, but I think this was back then when the orgs could like, I don't know if they still do
Right.
that, but they like partnered me and stuff, so that was really cool. It just allowed me to focus on my craft, which I think was good. So
Yeah.
everything is a blessing. Like I might have not made the pro league, but
Mm.
if I made the pro league, maybe I didn't start streaming. So I mean,
Right.
everything happens for a reason, for
Yeah.
sure. So
What about
grateful.
the so talk to me a little bit about the CRL career.
Oh yeah, the serial career for sure. Yeah, so basically, I started going to CSUF. I was at school. I just graduated 3 weeks ago. It's
Yeah.
California State University, Fullerton. Well, before that, I went to junior college. So I transferred after I got my junior college degree. I went to Fullerton, and yeah, there's this Discord with people that I've seen before, like solid people in ranks. So it's Danny and Riddles, which I used to play Riddles all the time. And then Danny I recognized, so I was like, dang, we have a pretty good team here. And
Mm.
yeah, so he qualified for CRL, and I thought that was cool. We got like I think we were middle of the pack in league play and stuff. And then eventually Riddles got busy with stuff, Danny got busy with stuff, so it was just me. And then I'd pick up another like two GC2s basically, and they hop on with me. And we qualified again with that same roster. We beat UNT, I remember, in the first qualifier, and
Wow.
I was freaking out, dude,
That's
because UNT
crazy.
is good,
Yeah.
yeah. And we beat them in the first qual, and I was with like two people and that I've never played with before, really, and we were just having fun. There's like that's what I like to do when I play competitive. I like to have fun,
Yeah.
especially in CRL, because I feel like the people that I'll play with, maybe they don't have like the most competitive experience, so
Sure.
they might be more like nervous than maybe I would be, because I've had a lot of experience playing in competitive tournaments. So I try to like make it seem like it's a fun thing. I try to make
Yeah.
sure everybody's having fun. I try to like crack jokes while we're in the middle of a tournament, just to make sure that everyone has a good time. And I feel like that helps too, because it lessens the nervousness from them. And you
Yeah.
can tell when they're playing quals, the other teams will be nervous because they'll whiff an open net or something.
Right.
So I think it's good to like just laugh. I mean, that's what video games are for. It's like it's to
Yeah.
be an escape. It's to be fun. So that's why I try to do. But yeah, so I made CRL. I think in 2021 spring, 2022 spring, and then 2023 fall. And then I made like every summer series, but I think everybody made summer series anyway. So that's how it was.
That's
But
dude,
yeah,
that's
CRL
awesome.
was a good outlet for me, for sure. I liked
Absolutely.
it.
And you talk about like middle of the pack. Man, the thing is like even just qualifying for CRL, I feel like is an accomplishment in and of itself. There's so many teams that are competing, especially nowadays. There's so many teams and schools that have or schools that have fielded teams now that are competing and trying to qual. So even
Without a
just getting
doubt.
into it is something to be proud of in my opinion.
Yeah, it was good for I liked CRL, and I honestly I met a lot of friends through there, and one in particular, Fantasy Outlaw, I'm like pretty much like best friends with that guy, and we have the same degree. So I took 3 classes together with him,
Yeah.
and that helped me like a lot because he's a really smart dude. Like this dude is very smart, and he helped me study, and he told me what to study, and
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
awesome.
cool to have other people that are also going to college that you can kind of befriend and play with competitively. It was just a really cool thing for us to do. So it
Yeah,
was just I liked it. It was just three people who ended up going to the same college together. I know now they're forming super teams and stuff, but for
right.
us it was like three buddies going to college and happen to make the team or whatever, happen to make the league, and
Well,
just having a bunch of fun.
I
So
think
it's
what you're
cool.
describing too is like, and it may not be this way for every college, but this is what's so cool about having esports in general as an extracurricular, and even at the high school and middle school level. When I was still in the school district, we lifted the esports program off the ground. Well, there was a guy, and I was helping him just because I knew what was going on, and he was handling most of like the club stuff.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
these kids' attendance improved, behavior improved, grades improved. They're just like general demeanor and attitude towards school. And it was like measurable. Like you could see pre esports club, post esports club, and there's just like a huge jump. And it's what you're describing, where it's like you find camaraderie, you find people that have similar interests, you find a place to belong, something that you care about, and it just makes school just makes it more fun, makes it easier to enjoy yourself. So I think it's
Oh,
super
without a
cool.
doubt. Yeah,
In my opinion, it's
without
no
a doubt.
different than band or football or cheerleading or whatever. It's just another thing that kids can latch onto and find friends and like have purpose along with their academic venture. So I think it's
Without a
awesome.
doubt. Definitely agree. It's definitely a good thing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, for sure.
So
Really
let
cool.
me ask one more question here. What are some proud moments or some accomplishments that you hold near and dear?
Damn, dude. I don't know. Let me think real
Just some
quick.
things that maybe something that you have accomplished or done that you think back on and you smile about, or something that you just have a little pride about, I guess.
I guess the one thing I think about right now is like, um, you know, having the decision to like kind of stick with living with my mom or like moving out at 18.
Yeah.
That's like the one formidable thing I can think of right now. That was and at the time it was like really stressful, but I think like looking back on it now, it made me like grow up really quickly, and
Right.
it helped me like shape my emotions and stuff. So honestly, I would think that one's like probably the most formidable one. It can be scary to do,
Yeah.
but honestly, if you put your mind to something and you have a positive attitude about it, nothing's out of your reach. Like you can do anything basically you set your mind to. It's just, your own imagination that, you just go out and do it. Cause I definitely didn't think I could do that, but it was definitely like something that I had to, work hard for. And I'm pretty proud of that. So I'd say that
Dude.
was the one thing. I'm trying to think of other things, but I
No,
think
that's
that one's probably the
perfect.
best one. Yeah, for
I
sure.
love that. And I love, I mean, we're closing, we're a little over an hour here, so we'll go ahead and close this up. But I think that's a great way to end things, man. You just said one of the like most incredible things ever. Put your mind to it, have a positive attitude, and you can do things that you thought that you may never be able to
Never thought.
accomplish. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, that
never
is
thought.
incredible. I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's a great way to close the show.
Sweet. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I had a fun time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and yeah, I'm just grateful to be on this podcast. Grateful to be in the position I'm in. It's really cool, and I really appreciate you talking with me and talking
Oh
about
man,
stuff other than Rocket League, which is my
yeah,
favorite. So
yeah,
I definitely do like talking about real
dude. Of
life stuff.
course.
So
Thank you so much for
yeah.
making some time. I appreciate you
Yes.
for bringing the vibes, bringing the positive energy, and man, wish you the best of luck with everything you got coming up. Congratulations on the graduation. And that's going to do it for Outside the Grind. We will catch you next week.
Thank you guys. See you later. Peace out.